Okay, these are the pieces of wood I just let cut from a joiner, professionally cut, and this is one of the little loudspeaker. I think it will sound well and will be used. I'm curious. First step, start building the loudspeaker. Nothing to say, just joining, building work. Now with some vinyl glue, tighten it together. The first outside part is ready, the glue has dried out, and the second is now on work. Okay, here we have a first layer of putty, here too, and some reinforcement. The same happens on the other, and it's going on. Here we have the crossover. That's a possible layout, very simple. 6 decibel octave for the woofer and 12 decibel octave for the tweeter. And have to drill some holes, okay, and then fix the inductors and the capacitor. Here we have the components for the crossover and for the back plate with the external contacts, goldened. The two boxes are finished with putty, it's dried. Now I have to drill the holes, the big and the little one. Now it's time to mark the exact position of the big hole, center, and then I will use it to, all measures are written down. Yeah. Oh yeah, so now the first big hole is cut out. Okay, let's finish. And okay, we have now the first box with the loudspeaker in the first big hole, and that's, now we have the perception in how are the real dimensions. Okay, now proceed with the other one and the holes for the other loudspeakers. Yeah. Speaking of the tweeter, one candidate could be this here. Okay, it's a dome tweeter, too low, little too low sensitivity for the big woofer it is. But let's just try it. It's an all peerless, made in Denmark, and I will give it a try. Hole for the rear contacts and plates for the contacts is made. Yes, this is the reflex tube. Now we are seeing the loudspeakers and the other reflex tube. Now the first test assembly. Hehe. Okay, now speakers and reflex tube is mounted. Now the damping material. Making some measurements to find the correct phase of the two signals regarding the crossover. Everything was now professional cut, the two front and the tubes for the bass reflex. So the first front of the first of the two is now glued, nailed and puttied. Is now waiting for drying out. The second one is glued and the reflex tube is fixed, and now I'm gonna putty and then paint it. Okay, the back of the first loudspeaker is nailed and glued. The contacts are already in place. Oh yes, the first layer of paint has been given, has been not bad. It deserves, I think, another couple of layers or hands. Not bad, not bad. Okay, painting is finished for the second. Now making the gasket. Yeah, damping material is positioned inside. And now mounting of the loudspeakers. So one is finished, it lacks the